5-1 composition versus VK4 taking a more classic. VK4 is on Aserai, and we have HCA and Kuz and Cons of BSL. It's actually the first match for VK4 because they actually didn't get to fight their first match. Had a scheduling issue between them and their original opponents for week 1, so this is their first match of the tournament, even though we are in week 2. I didn't get a chance to see what is for their... Well, here we have the first infantry fight going on. This is the first round of the first set of the first map of this whole match between the two. So let's see how this goes. Pretty even starting off. Cav is not getting any damage in as quickly as you might hope. Kind of a bad spot for them. Oh, VK4 is up. It's already looking kind of bad for HCA, which is not good because on Aserai, VK has 4 lives. You know, VK4 has, 3 lives, not 4 lives. And Khuzaits only have 2. So, interesting strategy. We wasn't the first round, but they had a round where maybe it was the first round, but there's clearly a round that the an A division team had lost. I think it was actually on the probably the second half where it was Unknown and what was it? Not Taw. I think it was Taw after all, actually. Anyways, Unknown versus Taw. They had a strategy where the Khuzaits had basically lost a match and a little bit unorthodox, but they brought Rabble instead of Spear Infantry on their second life. And that enabled them to have three lives on the next round. Ultimately, it didn't really work out for them, but it's an interesting strategy I don't really see used at lower tiers of fights to bring kind of that cheaper peasant class on the second life of Khuzaits. It's very common to do so, in Vlandia Sturgia, where the class is 160 gold, you always go, heavy infantry, then light infantry, but Khuzaits don't have that arrangement. They have kind of this weird medium infantry. It's not very good. And you can eventually get, three respawns. But you can accelerate that happening if you essentially realize the round is lost, you throw it, you bring that cheaper class, your second life, you do that so you have 3 lives earlier into the set, and maybe have a chance to flip that momentum. But overall, looking really good for VK4. Pretty big score difference across the board with... see if cavalry or not. I think Spade definitely is, so let's see if that's correct. I assume that AK3120 is on cavalry, most likely. And Spade. So it's actually infantry who got the most score in the first round. Not expected. I would assume that Spade does pretty well here. He's a very competent cav player. But Cheval J, I see him on the dual server quite a bit, so probably no slouch either himself. And not much happens there in terms of trading or stage or right HP. First round for Aserai, whereas Khuzaits go to objective A. And looks like there might have been a pick there by Cheval J. Did he get any score? Hard to say. That was a pretty nasty hit on his horse. Probably 50 damage, I would guess. The Spade definitely knows his hitboxes, but kind of missed his stab there. The Cheval does not want to get knocked. He's definitely fight favoring Aserai. I don't know if I would have taken that as Cheval. He's definitely not a bad player, but just
Thanks for that.
tear your limbs! Ah! Die!
Hey, cowards! What happened? Back here! We're coming for you!
Enemies yonder!
Die, Bill! You're dead! For glory!
You bastard!
Axe time! Sword time! Axe time! No! Our banner has fallen! Die! Forward! Wipe out that dishonor!
See you in hell! Die, you pig!
Come on! What happened? What happened? Die, you bastard! No! Our banner has fallen! We must while you can!
You pick!
Show your face back home! Die, filth! sons of the North, none can stand you.
Yeah, I'm just realizing that I think my microphone may have cut out here at some point. So HCA is playing a normal composition and fighting against a bunch of berserkers on VK4. So VK4 has already won, and they are going with a ridiculous composition of just very suboptimal classes to pick here. Doing really better than they really should be. That's a pretty nasty hit from Spade there. I mean, this class is cheaper, so they can afford another whole set of berserkers to go into. Alright, well, we have the second lives VK4 wielding all berserkers, which is an interesting choice since they've kind of already won. So why not? Except that all rounds do matter, so it's never really completely free of cost to risk them around.
Got to get that banner back. We must reclaim that banner.
I think that just by taking a pretty bad VK4 has a chance of winning, especially if they actually fight together and instead of letting AK just kind of get himself killed solo. Actually, some pretty nasty feints from Crab this cycle. Oh, Buddha dropped? Is it a crash or a crash out? That's always the question. So VK4 did in fact throw the round despite having HCA drop a player mid-round. VK4 still lost. VK4 again bringing the Berserker infantry line with 1 cavalry. I think it might work with HCA missing a player, but kind of seemed like cavalry didn't perform that last round, although he didn't have the easiest job trying to avoid an axe swinging from left to right or vice versa. This would be pretty annoying, is if I was on HCA, I would be pretty pissed at this guy for bringing Peasant, going, whatever the official name of the Peasant class is on Vlandia. Yeah, I mean, with HCA down a player, this play actually works, which would be frustrating to be on the receiving end of. This guy's gonna really take some damage. Yep, that was brutal. Are we having duels here? They're gonna have an honorable duel with the guy with the mace. Oh, do they lose another player after back in? Another rage. So I think the first one might have been a crash, but this guy's probably just rage quitting, I feel like. Could be a coincidence, could be another crash, but I don't know. I think it might be somebody finally lost their patience with this whole match. That was crazy. That spear stab, like a hovering cavalry in midair. They brought a crossbow who apparently did not do any damage. I don't think he got any shots off there. I think cavalry came in, stopped him from firing, and he just got bullied by 3 berserkers, which is kind of a rough. And why are they so split? Let's see if this crossbow can get any shots in. Oh, that was a good one. Another solid shot there. Maybe this is the play that they needed to make a few matches ago, or a few rounds ago, rather. Was that first lives for? And so they were tired of throwing, I guess. The HCA is doing really well, despite having was it 2 missing players this whole set, or not whole set, this whole round. They did get more gold as a result, so they did have more respawns. I think a decent chance here that Cheval may not have had enough gold to respawn had it not been for the missing players on their team. And he goes down. That's why you gotta get the shots quickly, not sit there staring. Also may have been an issue of was he zoomed in, might have been part of it. Well, apparently Prep had a strategy here. He went Peasant Life to get a ridiculous number of respawns, but it doesn't really help if you're fighting solo. Getting stabbed from 4 directions, not the easiest fight to win there. It's looking like the ultimate is going to be... So, let me try to remember. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was the one... I think they also got 1 round when they were Vlandia. That was the first half of this map. I think the final score here is likely to be a 12-2 favoring VK4. Seems to be the most likely outcome at this point. And the HCA did substitute in a player, so we'll see how well he does. Kind of towards the end of the match. I didn't see where he was, but it looks like an archer on someone's team just went down. That was the Sturgian archers. That was for VK4. Logan Longbow didn't do a lot of damage there, I think. HCA is actually kind of up in this fight. So maybe they can turn it around. Maybe they can get another round, turn this into, you know, 12-3 instead of 12-2. It's within the realm of possibility still. Let's see what happens here. Seems like Buddha has a good knowledge of hitboxes, aiming for the horse and not the shield. That's kind of what you want to do when you blocking. Stab one more bad man. The substitute player from HCA goes down. Didn't do a whole lot there on the mounted infantry. It was mostly their first. Oh my gosh, that's crazy that they have players who don't have eco yet. Not sure if it's because they joined the match midway through. That's it's not great for VK4 to lose one of their cavalry players there. I think he might be out. Not sure. Is this his first life? No, he was first life. He has a respawn. That's no, HCA did pretty well in the first fight here. Kind of knocked out VK4's lives, but having 2 or 3 players with, you know, Vogier, Peasant, like no eco, that's really bad. They were at a huge disadvantage on this fight because of those class differences. Not being able to afford their better class, the Variag, kind of a big problem. That's the 160. Sorry. So Sturgia, not being able to afford that, pretty big deal for HCA. Might have had a better chance at picking up an extra round here, were it not for that eco difference. It does look like they all have enough to go to Life Sergeant. Maybe they pick up another round here. Not a guarantee. I wouldn't say it's likely. It is possible. But this time there's no peasants. What a relief that they prob to go last. I don't know. He probably had a reason that one time, but it didn't pan out. Yeah, VK4 bringing 2 heavy cav and getting kind of 2 kills in that first fight right off the bat. Not necessarily from the cavalry, but I don't think HCA wins this. Yeah, bad news for HCA playing Vlandia right now. Looks like it's going to be a 12-2 ultimately. Speaking of a 12-2, we'll have to update the scoreboard from 10-2 to 11-2. That's the current count. So Buddha is on cav, just had a kill. I mean, higher into the scoreboard, but I think overall the infantry line kind of just a significant difference throughout this entire match. So I would say kind of both maps. It's been pretty consistently not in their favor on HCA. Let's see if Warband Man can get remounted here. Doesn't seem likely. Definitely hard to get any hits in as dismounted cavalry. You're so slow. You can't walk away from things. It's very easy to get caught, so to be or what wouldn't be able to do much there. Wow, so they're fighting split, or they're about to? No, okay, they grouped up. Now this guy's cut off. That's not good. I don't know what he was doing, but something bad happened there for VK4 with one guy sitting out in the fight. Everyone had to push out to rescue him. Suppose that worked out okay if they think they have the cavalry advantage. They no longer do if they had it earlier. Vidus is doing pretty well here. He's doing a lot of damage on Sturgian infantry and the cavalry. Oh, I think it made the difference there. He might have picked up that round for them. Did a lot of damage here. I think that's actually brings it up to... The only question is if I could giving HCA an extra round earlier. Pretty sure I don't see myself giving them an extra round for free, so they really have to earn it at this point. Yeah, they set my expectations, which is good for them. Did not give up another round based on how they've been playing earlier, but I did say they had a chance with their economy fixed, and with the exception of Eddie, everyone has enough gold to go play their preferred class, a sergeant on infantry. The fighting really split here, and VK4 just walks past somebody on the staircase. Just a real lack of object permanence on this whole lineup, both teams, I guess. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that was a weird start to the fight. I would definitely be two-handed spearing if I was in a 1v2 with the numeric advantage. But you have to have a really high level of confidence, which I don't know if he does here. It would make sense to not be overconfident if you are in D Division. I think he's a decent player still, but you know, the shield can be helpful. It's there for a reason. Yeah, missing that stab is pretty huge on Spade. Would have been great to knock him out if you were Cheval there. Luda's kind of chasing him, trying to see if he's unaware. I think Spade probably sees him. Yeah, he kind of turned his shoulder there just now. Oh, he really doesn't. And now he probably should, though. Wow, that was... I think if Buddha had swung just a second later, clearly Spade didn't see him. A lot of hits in here from Buddha. Buddha's doing a very good job focusing on instead of hitting his shield. And Buddha gets another huge hit in. Kills Spade again. What about again? I don't recall what happened the first round, just previous. Well, that might have been Sturgia, say Vlandia's best chance for victory, with Buddha going down there. He still has a respawn, so Eddie, a class or Buddha, kind of a big deal for them. He's dejected, sitting at spawn, depressed, doesn't believe in his chances of victory. It looks like. Look, what is going on there? Are they? Is he waiting for the other? Up. I don't know why. Maybe he's gonna wait till the very end to ask for duels. Who knows? Oh, surprisingly, they got a win in there. So, brings it up to an 11-4. Surprisingly big comeback from HCA. A lot more than I expected. Kind of was really expecting like a 12-2 there. This last set of this second map. So overall, well done to both teams for VK4 to doing pretty well throughout the first, we'll say, 3/4 of the match, and well done to HCA to picking up some rounds there at the end and making it kind of all the way through there. I don't think that we have any post-game interviews lined up yet, so let's see. Now, I'm going to double check something on the D Division teams.